I asked about the people teasing you because I'm an expert in all things Corey Feldman. I find him wildly fascinating.
You love Corey Feldman.
I find him very, very fascinating. Yeah. I should have played it earlier, like how awesome he is. And
he
just,
is.
Right?
The best.
Yeah.
He is.
We're huge fans. Yeah.
I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
Have you seen
but
his
it's
moonwalk?
too late for me.
Yeah.
Have I? Oh, yeah. He's tried to make it so we couldn't go see him in concert before.
Really? What do you mean?
Did you see both times the mic hit him in the mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, we played it on this pod, didn't we?
The second time, you're just like,
That's so tragic.
One of my favorite things he did a few years back was he made with no, I guess, checking in with Corey Haim's family or the Corey Haim estate. He just made a Lifetime movie
about the two Coreys
about like their life growing up, and like everything he does.
I could have been talking about anybody.
But what I find it very funny. No, but he does. The problem with his storytelling of all like their terrible childhood experience, I guess, I believe him. I believe these bad stuff happened to him for sure.
Yeah.
It's just that they go, me and Corey Haim were terribly abused and sexually assaulted by people. And you go, wow, what happened to you? And he's like, well, Corey Haim got gangbanged by producers between two tents or whatever. And you're like, oh, wow, that's terrible. What happened to you? And he's like, and then Corey Haim was getting butt fucked by my attaché or whatever, his guardian. And like, got you, what happened? And then at some point he'll be like, I think I fell asleep once and a guy tried to blow me, but I don't even know that even happened. And he's kind of moves on from it. So it's like everything's just kind of like Corey Haim just getting wailed on and him trying to like sort his shit out.
Yeah.
And the movie is so produced by Corey Feldman that everything that happens in it and me and Dan Soder were doing the show at the time, and I always loved it. We found out from my girlfriend who I lived with and his roommate at the time that we both, when we were watching this movie, both separately in different parts of the city, paused it on this scene because in the movie they have him sitting at school and he's just done Lost Boys, which was huge and the coolest movie ever to everybody.
Best.
The school bullies were coming to pick on him because they're like, oh, hey, it's vampire movie boy. And they're like picking on him. And it's like, this never happened to him once. For sure. Everyone was like, dude, you're in the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Did Corey Feldman play young Corey Feldman?
No, he
How
didn't play
good would
himself
that
at
have been
all.
if he
It's
was
so
playing
great.
13 years old?
Just the
Then it would have been
de-aging
a
thing.
fucking hit.
It probably would have been. He should have done that. But no, he didn't. But but it was just nonstop Corey Feldman like having, so it was him having the guys go to pick on him for being in Lost Boys. And they all go to the bathroom. Or he goes to the bathroom and the three guys walk into the bathroom to like confront him, to beat him up. And they throw a punch in the stomach to him and he goes down on the ground. And we both paused it separately. We heard from two different people and went, he's winning this fight. He's not going to write this movie where he loses this fight. And sure as shit, after that's the punch to the stomach, it's like uppercut, hits another guy.
Stop.
I think he beats two guys up bad enough that the third guy just goes, whoa, I don't want any trouble with that, and hauls ass out. And he also had in that movie, Michael Jackson asked desperately to meet him on the set of Goonies because he wanted to talk about, he's heard about Corey Feldman's dance moves, which is fantastic.
Are you for real?
He's
and now
wonderful.
I need to watch it.
Oh, yes.
There it is. A Tale of Two Corys.
But we should watch this at your house. Man.
You should definitely watch this. It's so good. And one of my favorite things also is, because he wants to plug in that dancing so hard, is one of the times he gets out of, I don't know, it's rehab or something, and he's waiting, and it's a scene showing you that Corey Haim is once again disappointing him by not, he was supposed to come pick him up, and he doesn't, or his dad, maybe somebody was supposed to come pick him up, and while he's waiting, it does like the fades of time passing, it's like, at one point he's walking, he's like kicking a rock, and then one of them he's like playing with a stick, and then one of them just shows him like Michael Jackson moves.
That was good.
But it's like, is that what you'd be doing? He goes, I got a couple minutes before he gets here. Might as well bang out some of these moves.
There's one where like he performs on like Good Day New York or whatever, and the woman after is like, wow, so you kind of got some MJ moves there. He's like, well, we grew up dancing together. Yeah, and he thinks that like.
We grew up dancing together, so we did these moves together. He's
they
great.
Created it together.
It was Good Morning America. He did it twice. The first time he did it, everyone made fun of it, and he's so delusional. He was like, he goes, it's the biggest thing ever. Everyone's making fun of it. He's going, it's got this many views. So they have him back to laugh at him again, and the son of a bitch comes back again and does it even worse.
Yeah. Wow.
And I mean, but even better. It's all the best.
When he writes a movie about this 20 years from now, we're going to see his perspective of how it happened.
Absolutely.
Which is going to be incredible.
Has there ever been an interview with Michael Jackson ever talking about Corey Feldman?
I don't think one time. I don't think
Has
it
he
exists
ever
at all.
said the name?
I don't think it ever exists. There's one of the best videos of him I always watch. I really do. To me, I'd love to interview. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
The only tweak in his personality that I think, not that he has to do anything for me, he doesn't owe me anything, I'm just saying, the tweak that would make him so much more like unlaughable at all this is if he was like, oh yeah, no, I know I'm not like, I just love doing it. I love making music. It makes me happy. I'm not really acting anymore, so it's like, I guess put this band together and we have some fun. Well, I'm not the best singer, but he's not. He does the opposite. He goes,
he's a sociopath.
I just put out 24 tracks, 2 albums of the greatest music that's ever made. Double album. He has a double album.
He can't
had a reality show?
Yeah, Corey's was years ago, yeah.
And then
when he was still
Corey
alive.
Haim?
Yeah.
Yes.
But then he had another one, right? Like Corey's Angels, where it was like his wife and...
I don't think he did an actual show based on that. They did a wife swap episode with Tommy Davidson, and then Tommy Davidson's wife had to go dress in lingerie with like a, bunny tail butt plug in, like bringing him tacos.
And have a first aid kit while he performs
I've interviewed one of the former Angels before, and they were like, yeah, he's like all full of shit. But again, that's her word against his. Who knows? I don't put any blame. I think his delusion is funny. I said it's rare. You get to see many times, especially in entertainment, a lot of the ratio of talent to effort or drive or whatever. And, sometimes it evens out. Something you see 50-50 a lot on both, but he is a rare example of zero talent, 1,000% effort. And I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I did love him in Dream a Little Dream. Do you remember that movie?
I loved him in so many movies.
Yeah, he's great and stuff. Just the singing.
Well, speaking of Dream a Little Dream, so that's one of the best clips online you can find. There's never a good copy of it. And people have spliced in things that are kind of jokes, but the meat of it is still there. He was on Evening at the Improv, was an old stand-up show. It used to be on like A&E, I think, back in the day. And they would have, which is a stand-up showcase back in the day, and he would they would have a celebrity come out and host it every week. And usually they have probably staff of people that would write them a little set to go out there and just draw eyes to the show. It's all it was for. They would do it on Live at Gotham at one point, like have celebrities come host the show, and he was hosting it, and he comes up right away dressed like a lunatic. I mean, dressed like he's in Cardi Bad.
Long hair?
No, not even. This is back in the day more. He's like, it's...
You don't like the one long hair look?
No.
Yeah.
Even the word that describes it gives me the heebie-jeebies. A tendril.
Ew, I never heard that. Corey
Feldman's that's what it's called.
We should get that
He said
framed.
it was a lock. He was going to... I don't know what he was... He grew up for Corey Haim. But the thing is, if you're not going to grow up forever, when you cut it, now it's weird.
Now,
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, it got too long. I don't care about Corey Haim that much.
Yeah,
Cut it off. No, his hair's...
it's fascinating.
His hair was Dream a Little Dream long in this. And then he comes out and he goes, I'm going to do a little something different. Most people come out here and do comedy. He goes, I'm going to do my new single. There's no single. Single implies it's been released.
Right, and you have a label.
It's a new single of that him and this is one of his brags always, Michael Damian. It makes me laugh. Who was like a soap opera actor who did... His big music thing was a remake of Dream On. Not Dream On, Rock On. Hey, kids, groovy tune. Rock On. That's this guy's credit, and like General Hospital for a little bit. And so he brags, he goes, we wrote this song together, so I'm going to perform it right now. And he lip sings it. Again, fine, who cares? But he dances so much. Yeah, this is the greatest.
Oh my God.
He dances so much. The microphone is never near his face. So he's like, and also one of my favorite things in the world is watching someone beginning dancing to go from so I'm going to do that right now, and then having to go, whatever. It's the best.
Do we have audio?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start the show off tonight a bit differently than usual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to world premiere my song that I just finished writing and producing with Michael Damian
Give me an
for my new movie, Dream a Little Dream, with Jason Robards. It's called Something in Your Eyes. I'm going to do it right now.
Imagine being in the front row.
Oh, here's what I can't imagine being in the front row. What I heavily imagine is whoever the comedian who's on first in the back of the room going, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah.
That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. That's
No, wait. Wait. Can you go
We
back?
have the same face.
Yeah, I think
really?
that. I think. Wait, go back again, because I think he went to sing and nothing came out, and that's why she's making that face. Right?
No. I'm saying her. That's a superimposed thing. They put that.
Watch. He goes to sing.
Because all of a sudden it's in color. This is in black and white, but she's in color.
See, he went to go sing and nothing came out, and then they showed her make that face. Wow. You know, I remember. We can stop it just so we don't get taken down. But I remember on Howard Stern, like they all took personality tests, and it was like, you're extremely high in whatever, like this or narcissism, but because you have the fame, like it's actually at a healthy level, like it's okay. So you have a lot of people have these things that could be dangerous, but then they gravitate towards a certain job, which makes everything kind of like okay.
Sure.
Like if you're some people who might be a fighter, they might have anger issues, but because they're a fighter, they're actually very calm and this. And I just wonder if he didn't have all this admiration and fame, like where would he be?
Oh my God, I don't know.
With that level of delusion,
that's what it is. It's like that level of like there's no thing that's just like I'm just having fun. You know what I mean? It's always like we've done it. We have done it yet again.
Like you said, 24. Like and he clearly doesn't have people around him going like, hey, maybe we narrow this down to like 8.
Let's just make it an EP.
Yeah.
Throw it out there. Throw a demo out there. See if anybody bites. But he goes
12.
big every time. I've talked to we interviewed a couple times one of the former Angels and stuff too. He was also at a time like when I think it's all horseshit, but it's funny to brag on something that's sort of made up at a time where it's like when everything changes. Because I mean that Angels thing started to become like known about him, and he called it like an entertainment program. It was like a university almost, but just essentially means you find a confused girl who gets off a bus, in Los Angeles, and you go, you want to be the bass player in my band, and then she goes, well, I don't know how to play bass, and you go, that's never stopped any of us.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know how to sing.
It means nothing. Yeah, because that has nothing to do with anything.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean when they do that second performance on the Today Show.
Yeah.
It's so funny when they
How'd they get that
have the one girl
spot,
the one
too?
girl do a solo, and like she's just playing guitar not to the song at all. It's just like the one thing she learned how to do. She does it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But I said I find him extremely amusing, but he hates us. It's one of those things though, we put it out there and you never think the person's gonna hear, and they're upset, and he's like, yeah, he doesn't like us at all. And I'm like,
I
wish he never heard it. I just want to make fun of him behind his back like an adult.
Yeah, and then meet him and be like, I love you.
Yes.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
So then
Keep
why
going.
don't they let you see him in concert?
Well, we can. They can't stop us, but they but they've tried. They've when we saw him at the Highline Ballroom years ago in New York, they apparently had he was pissed because they had our pictures at the door, but they let us in anyway. But I think they were never going to acknowledge
Like wanted signs?
sort of. But I think it wasn't that they slipped up. I think when he gave that to us, like I think whoever the place at the security was like, what is this? It's like he just gave a promotional picture of 2 radio guys. Don't let these guys in. Like, what are they
Well, it
gonna
was
do?
you and probably like 800 other people, and he's like, "This guy can't come in. If he comes on a horse, don't let him in." They're like, "Yeah, Corey,"
It was nowhere near 800 people. It was 300, and I think we brought 250
For sure.
Right.
of just like pumping this up.
Well, I'm saying he probably told security there were probably 800 different people. He's like, this guy can't.
Yeah.
This is my number 700 enemy in the world.
Oh, yeah.
If he comes, I'm stopping the show.
There's people who have whole podcasts dedicated to him now, so they've taken some of the heat off me. But when we went to see him, so they opened for Limp Bizkit, or he opened for Limp Bizkit last summer.
What?
But Fred Durst did it right. He did it exactly how I have failed. It's all, come on tour with me, dude. You're amazing. He knows he's not amazing. And then he was doing that guitar solo that's not a guitar solo. We were just smashing the guitar around, doing that, making faces like it's a guitar solo. And then Fred Durst went on stage with him and sat in a chair, and he was like, Corey, stop. Everyone says this couldn't possibly be you. It's so good. Which is the joke everyone's making online, that it's like, oh, this isn't him, dude. It's too good. And he'll believe that. And then so Fred Durst sat on a chair on stage. He goes, I'm here to prove that it's you really doing it. He goes, hit it. And then he just starts, doing nonsense on the guitar. And they're like, stop. Start again. And he does it again. And then he goes, he's doing it, y'all. And walks off. I'm like, that guy's much meaner to you than I am.
Yes, much.
But when we went to go see him on that show, we were sitting in our seats, and the head of security at PNC in Jersey came up to us, me and Bobby Kelly, and they were like, he was like, hey, you guys got to get out, like jokingly. He's like, you guys got to get out of here. And we were like, what? He goes, nah, he goes, I'm just kidding, I'm a fan. He goes, I'm a head of security. He goes, this morning, he goes, you guys were talked about though in the meeting today. And he was like, are they coming? And he was like, yeah, with a bunch of people, by the way. And he goes, well, can we not let them in? And he was like, no, they're not going to do anything. Like, they're here to watch the show. Yeah. And he goes, but he knew us, the security guys. So he said that when he goes, well, can you at least tell me where they're sitting? He goes, wherever the most excited people are. Yeah. And he is so delusional that, I mean, we were a sprout of, grass out of a dirt thing of people sitting. And he still does it. He's still like, like he doesn't know what we look like or nothing. I don't think he really knows who we are that much, other than like the idea of us. But like, he's ridiculous. Although the payback he could have gotten at that one is at Limp Bizkit. We were getting recognized so much. It's very much my wheelhouse of audience.
Oh yeah,
that would know me too so much that when we were sitting in our seats at one point, and it could have been worse. Bobby Kelly and Josh Adam Myers, two comics sitting next to me to watch this happen. A guy's walking through the aisle, so everyone's got to kind of stand up. And he goes, I think he's pointing at me, the guy, to Bobby and Josh, and he's like, I'm sorry, man, I gotta. And I think he's going like, I'm a big fan. I gotta go over. I'm reading all that. And the guy scooches past them. When he gets near me, I shake hands with him. I give him a half hug. I say thank you.
No.
We continue to spin around as he goes past me so we can go talk to his friend that was standing next to me. And we never had a conversation or an acknowledgement of why I hugged him and thanked him as I spun him around. And then 10 minutes he sat there talking to that guy. It would never ended.
Wow.
If it makes you feel better, I've been so fucked up at concerts that I've hugged people and thanked them who I had no clue.
Yeah.
But it's just, you're at a concert, it's kind of okay.
It's like, sir, I'm just a guy who walks around selling White Claws. I know. But you have no idea how important you are.
I see you.
Yeah.
You are heard.
If they were smart, what they would do is you hire Corey and you pay him the rate to do a Lifetime movie, but then you follow him behind the scenes. Because like if he's producing that show, the behind the scenes of him telling these stories and saying how they went must be incredible.
Oh, and with the headphones like this, holding like a clipboard.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, no, he goes, I don't think these three guys would beat me up in a fight. He goes,
yeah.
Hey, just for safety, can we shoot it where I kick all their asses?
Yeah.
All right, Corey.
And he doesn't even have a clipboard. He has someone following him with a clipboard, So when he gets something, he's like, hey, where is she? Write this down. Like, just feeding.
I'm sure he's intolerable to deal with.